This next-gen Xbox feature is going to change my life, but we'll actually be seeing it well before the new Xbox launches. Let me explain. What's going on, guys? I'm Ray, and this is my channel, Xbox Ready. If you're new here, I get on here multiple times a week to talk the latest Xbox news, rumors, games, accessories. I talk about everything going on in the world of Xbox because I want to make sure that you are Xbox ready. We've talked about this many times on the channel before, but if you have, I don't know, been doing an internet cleanse for the past couple of weeks, fans of video game, especially tech, they're on edge right now because of the impending Ramageddon. With all these companies building massive AI data centers to power these products that no one wants, companies that make consumer electronics from our graphics cards, GPUs, laptops, cell phones, they're all fighting over scraps, and according to Bloomberg, it's a lot worse than people may have even originally thought. These companies are really in a panic trying to figure out what to do. Companies like Nvidia, all the tech companies. All of that, of course, is trickling on down to the video game industry as well. They're not safe. It's affecting the price of consoles. It may delay the next generation of consoles, the PS6, the next Xbox. That, on top of all sorts of other stuff, public opinion on AI, not very good right now. Especially on the Xbox side, it's caused a lot of frustration. We know that Xbox uses AI and player moderation and handing out disciplinary actions. That's led to some stupid, crazy situations. Things getting flagged that probably shouldn't have been flagged. And then they're trying to make gaming co-pilot a thing. There was a brief moment of time where I was like, gaming co-pilot could be cool, like this gaming companion that's watching me play the game, and if I get stuck or, you know, if I need clarification or on something, I could say, hey, co-pilot, how can I refine my build or like beat this boss or advance to the next stage? What we got though is not nearly as cool or useful as what I was imagining. It's just like a glorified search engine. AI in games, whether it's Xbox using it to help with player moderation, co-pilot. I mean, people are fully out on it, especially using AI to develop games. People have drawn a hard line in the sand. But that doesn't mean that Microsoft, Xbox, they're just gonna stop developing AI tools related to gaming. In fact, it's being reported that they're internally testing a new AI-powered feature that's going to be on the next generation Xbox. But before that, it's actually going to be rolled out to a device we have come to know over the past few months, the Xbox Ally X. Windows Central is reporting that the Xbox teams are internally testing a new highlight reels feature powered by AI. It uses the NPU and the Z2 Extreme chip that's in the Xbox Ally X. And according to Windows Central, it's almost certainly going to be on the next-gen Xbox whenever that releases. This is something that Asus and Xbox put on our radar a while back. It's actually on the Asus website when you look at the little table that compares the Xbox Ally to the Xbox Ally X. It has a little section saying, oh yeah, the Xbox Ally X will have access to AI-powered features like highlight reels being automatically compiled when you play a game, automatic super resolution, and all sorts of other stuff. Xbox themselves, over on their blog last year, said that this feature was going to be rolling out in 2026, highlight reels. Jez has spoken to the people who are testing out these features, and apparently it's just going to automatically capture your best gaming moments without any downloads. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe they'll store it on the cloud, and if you think it's cool, you can be like, okay, I want to save it to my device and share it to my socials. It'll apparently use AI to detect exciting or frenetic moments in your gameplay. And it's not just going to stop there. Apparently, this thing is also going to edit those clips together so you have a cool, fancy video to share on your Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And again, it's all automatic, so you won't have to pull up the guide or the game bar, go to the capture section and do all that. Right now, the games they're testing it with are Forza Horizon 5, Palworld, League of Legends, Dota 2, Rocket League, Elden Ring, Overwatch 2, Lies of P, Battlefield 6, Call of Duty, Among Us, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege. But we should expect it to roll out to all games, obviously. That's a pretty good range of games to test it on, like, yeah, a couple of shooters, a survival crafting game like Palworld. Among Us, not sure how the algorithm is going to detect frenetic and exciting moments in a game like that, but we'll see how it works out. This comes on the heels of Microsoft announcing post-game recaps in the Xbox PC app. It's currently in the Xbox Insider Preview, rolling out to everyone soon. This is something that's going to pop up when you close your game and be like, here's a little recap of what you just played, like an overview. It'll display screenshots, clips from the Xbox game bar, achievement completions, and relevant in-game events, whatever that means. Allegedly, it really only triggers when you capture screenshots or clips. This is where I assume highlight reels is gonna live as well, whenever they decide to roll it out. But don't get the two confused though. Post-game recaps, that's rolling out right now. It's basically just like an overview of what you just did in game. Highlight reels are those automatically captured clips, and that's gonna come whenever it comes. I don't know. As a content creator, this is going to be absolutely game-changing for me. I know that as someone who talks about games and Xbox on the internet, whenever I play a game, I should probably be recording it, but I haven't figured out a great way to do that, at least for me. I used to do the whole capture card thing and then record it on Streamlabs, but then I was just stuck with hours and hours of footage. Most of it was super boring, to be honest. Like, I would not want to share that with you guys or on any of my socials. And then I was like, you know what? It's too much like having to run my capture card on over to my PC. Let me just hook up an external SSD to my Xbox. When you do that, you get an hour of record time, but then I was stuck with the same option. Like, I cut down the parts needed, but I was still ending up with hours of boring footage, and I would have to sift through it to find the exciting stuff. So lately, what I've been doing whenever I play a game and something cool or funny happens, I open up the guide, I go to the capture settings, and I say, okay, record the past minute as a clip, just to be safe. So while AI is, you know, kind of fucking everything up in the tech world, if it could automatically capture game clips, edit them for me, and it's actually good, that would actually be really useful for me. I'm really curious as to what would trigger it. There are some obvious ones like, oh, if I, you know, hit a triple kill in Halo or something like that, or if I go on a killing spree, if I clutch the match, like those are obvious scenarios, but what are some other things that would trigger this to automatically capture and edit a clip? They should also make it to where it captures a clip whenever you do something stupid. Those clips are equally important to the gaming community. I don't know who it was, but I saw a clip like a few weeks back on Twitter. Some games journalist, I forget who it was at this point, but he was playing, I'm pretty sure he was playing Call of Duty or he was playing Siege. And this guy slides into the room and he's trying to shoot him and he misses every single shot.
Unreal. Unreal. All those bullets magically miss from point blank range.
Listen, I ain't here to judge. That happens to me all the time. And I'm the first one to call that out. If I'm not hitting my shots, if I do something that just makes me look like trash, I'm the first one to be like, I'm ass, bro. I'm so sorry. Maybe that vocal cue, me being like, damn, I'm missing my shots. I'm missing my shots. I'm terrible. I suck. I'm ass. Maybe that can be the cue for highlight reels to be like, okay, I better be recording this. Just a reminder, since highlight reels are automatically capturing them requires the NPU, it's only going to be on the Xbox Ally X for now, not on the cheaper version, the white Xbox Ally. Xbox themselves has said that their next-gen console is going to rely heavily on the power of AI to upscale the experience. So it's probably safe to assume that whatever new console that they put out, it's also going to have an NPU and also have access to these features that are rolling out to the Xbox Ally X. Testing highlight reels and their announcement of post-game recaps, you can kind of see some synergy going on at Xbox, like, okay, maybe they are thinking ahead because the infrastructure needed to house highlight reels is being built right now with post-game recaps in the Xbox PC app. Whenever I read through a Windows Central or a Jez Corden article about the Xbox Ally X, he's constantly saying that the Xbox PC app or the full screen experience is sluggish and slow for him. There have been times where I'm like, okay, it's not as responsive as I may have liked it to be, but it's far from being like sluggish and slow. For me, it's been pretty snappy. I don't know if that experience differs from owner to owner, but at least for me, while there have been some frustrating moments, especially when I use an external controller, overall, it's been a good experience for me, and I'm really excited for them to roll out these updates, continue to improve not only the full screen experience, the software side, but also introduce some of these AI features. As we've discussed in a previous video, they're allegedly eyeing 2027 as like they hope that they figure everything out when it comes to the Xbox PC app and all the things needed for the next-gen Xbox in terms of the interface and the dashboard. So hopefully by the end of 2026, in the midst of all of these crazy 25th anniversary Xbox celebrations, they would have also figured that out and they can head into 2027 confidently, or as confident as they can, given all the craziness going on with RAM and AI. Speaking of the future of Xbox, man, there was a time where Xbox fans actually believed that we would get the Elder Scrolls 6 sometime in Gen 9. There is no way in hell that is happening, but we got an interesting update from Todd Howard himself after he appeared on the Kinda Funny Games podcast. Now, Todd, Bethesda, they have been giving us pretty much nothing when it comes to the Elder Scrolls 6. I think the last thing we heard about it, they must have been trolling, but they were like, Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna have way more trees than Skyrim ever did. And yeah, that does kind of sound like they're trolling, but when it comes to a fantasy world, more trees, more foliage, that's gonna go a long way in terms of immersion if that turns out to be true. But while little details like that might be cool, that's not what we want. People want the game. It's been 15 years almost since Skyrim released, the last Elder Scrolls game. Oblivion Remastered did a little bit to staunch the bleeding, but people are in dire need of a true next-gen updated Elder Scrolls experience, whatever that may look like. In regards to that, Todd Howard said that games like Fallout 76 and Starfield, the most recent Bethesda games that have been put out, are a little bit of a creative detour from that classic Elder Scrolls Fallout style. Yeah, duh. He continues, as we come back to Elder Scrolls 6, we're coming back to that classic style that we've missed, that we know really, really well. There are parts of this that are encouraging. Okay, so Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna feel more like a Skyrim, it's gonna feel more like Fallout 3 and 4. But then it also has me questioning, like, it's been a long time since those games have released, and people's expectations have just absolutely shot through the roof, especially when it comes to these open world RPGs. Is it enough for Bethesda to just kind of, oh, let's go back to the classics, let's copy what we did in Skyrim, in Oblivion, in Morrowind, and hope that people still vibe with it? I think yes and no. Going back to the handcrafted worlds and maps of Skyrim, I know a lot of people are hungry for that after the procedurally generated assets and worlds that we got in Starfield. There are still some good things about Starfield that they can bring over. The movement, I mean, there's no guns in the Elder Scrolls, but like the overall fluidity of the combat. If they made a new Fallout game, Fallout 5, I would really like to see them bring the gunplay from Starfield versus what we had even in Fallout 4. He also gave an update about the game's engine. The Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be running on an updated version of the creation engine that ran Starfield. He said that they spent years upgrading the Creation Engine 2 to 3 specifically for the Elder Scrolls 6. Hopefully that means no loading screens. Like, the Elder Scrolls 6 needs to be a completely seamless world. Like, no more going into villages or towns and being hit with a loading screen. That was one of the biggest frustrations when it came to Starfield, the loading screens and how it messed up the pace of the game and the overall immersion. Thousands of people were left disappointed when they were like, oh, let me hop into my ship. Loading screen. Oh, let me fly down to that planet. I can't. I gotta be hit with another loading screen. So if they can minimize that and go back to, again, a handcrafted world, a world below that with all of these sick-ass dungeons, that's what the people want. That's what we've been wanting for years at this point. My next big question for the game is, where is it going to be set? Where in Tamriel? They've already done Hammerfell, Morrowind, Cyrodiil, Skyrim. They've done a bunch of regions as part of the Elder Scrolls Online too. The trees comment makes me kind of think Valenwood, the home of the Wood Elves, but that's what I'm really hankering to know as a hardcore Elder Scrolls fan. Hopefully we'll get an update on that at some point in my lifetime, like before I die. Hopefully I live to see the Elder Scrolls 6. Together, both of these stories paint an encouraging picture for Xbox's future. Microsoft, Xbox, they're finally leveraging AI to give us a useful gaming feature, with many more to come. And in doing so, they're giving us a glimpse into the next-gen Xbox, which will go a long way in acclimating existing fans and just fans of gaming in general to their vision of the future. With post-game recaps and the highlight reels launching now, it gives them time to polish both of those things before the next-gen Xbox comes out. Bethesda is going back to their roots. They're done messing around with experimental games, creative detours like Starfield, like Fallout 76. It's almost like they've learned a thing or two and are applying those lessons to what they're doing next. Or at least I hope that's what they're doing. Anyways, guys, that's all the Xbox stuff I gotta talk about today. Thanks so much for joining joining me for another edition of Xbox Ready. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.